Welcome to another segment of Character Origins, where I take a character of fiction and look at their origins, both biographical and conceptual. Well, sweet Christmas. With the release of the Netflix series on the horizon, we will have to take a look at the hero for hire. This character is Power Man, aka Luke Cage. First appearing in Luke Cage, Hero for Hire number 1 in June of 1973, Luke Cage was born Carl Lucas in New York City's Harlem neighborhood, where he spent his youth in a gang called the Rivals with his friend Willis Stryker. After several years living in and out of juvenile homes, Lucas decided that he wanted to be the top-ranking OG member of the gang. However, after realizing that there's really not much of a future in that, he decided to find more legitimate employment while his friend continued to rise through the ranks of crime. Some years later, Stryker's girlfriend, one Reva Connors, breaks up with him out of fear of his violent work and finds a bit of comfort with Lucas. Stryker does not like this and becomes 6 different levels of jealous. And instead of just, clearing things up like a normal person would, he decides to do the next best thing. He plants heroin in his buddy's apartment and sets him up to be arrested. While inside, Lucas bulks up and becomes the king of the cell block.
Welcome to my block, nigga.
And while he's basically running the place, he is constantly getting into fights with prison guards and attempting escapes. After several years, Lucas was volunteered for an experiment based on the same experiments that gave Captain America his superpowers. Want an origin on him? Comment below. Little did he know the experiment was rigged to kill and or maim him. But, that didn't happen, and instead gave him superhuman strength and durability. With these newfound superpowers, he escapes from prison, takes on the alias Luke Cage, and decides to set up a career as a hero for hire, helping anyone who can meet his price. Created by Archie Goodwin and John Romita Sr., Luke Cage was created to capitalize on the popularity of the blaxploitation media going on at the time, and he became one of the top-ranking black characters in comic books. He's also one of my favorites. On top of being a hero for hire, a member of the Thunderbolts, the Defenders, and the Avengers, whom he actually led for a brief period, he is also well known for his work with the living weapon, Iron Fist. The two were a badass duo that kicked ass, took names, and gave the names they took to the other people whose ass they kicked and names they took.
Jay, I think you're overdoing it.
On top of that, he is also famous for his marriage to the Private Eye and part-time superheroine, Jessica Jones, whose origins you can find on my channel. Shameless plug goes right about here. And the two are one of the quintessential couples of Marvel Comics. And oh boy, that's saying something. Also, it's safe to say, he is a complicated man who no one understands but his woman. Cage?
Really?
I regret nothing. His powers include superhuman strength and stamina. He also possesses superhuman skin and muscle density that allows him to withstand incredible temperatures and pressure. This basically means that he's bulletproof, but if he is by some miracle injured, he also has a regenerative healing factor. So yeah, he's kind of a badass. In the media, he's portrayed by Little JJ in Superhero Squad, Christopher B. Duncan in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and Mark Coulter in the MCU.
Jay, I think I just realized something. Is the reason you like Luke Cage so much because you're both African American?
Erwin! I am offended! Isn't that possible for a character to be impressive without him just being black? Is it impossible for a person of color to look up to another person who is of the same color? I must say that's a touch racist.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
It's cool because it totally is.
I never be but how could I be scared of a man? I walk through this land like a runner's man. Never can you imagine the pain that I bring. If I said I'm a doing in the streets of this thing, it's a K-I-N-G-N here, wildest man in the world, and I have no fear. I'm the mean and the mean, the nightmare dreams, the root of all